Every day you wake up, you have a choice. You can choose to stay the same, or you can choose to grow. The most successful people in the world, the ones who live life on their own terms, they all have one thing in common. They work on themselves every single day. Think about that for a moment. Every day they make a conscious decision to improve, to learn, to push their limits just a little bit further. They understand a fundamental truth that many misses. The only person you're truly in competition with is yourself. Now you might be thinking, that sounds exhausting. Do I really need to push myself every single day? The answer is a resounding yes, but here's the key. It doesn't have to be exhausting. In fact, it can be the most energizing, fulfilling part of your day. You see, working on yourself isn't about massive, sweeping changes. It's not about completely reinventing yourself overnight. It's about small, consistent steps forward. It's about making tiny improvements day after day that compound over time into remarkable. If you improve just one each day after a year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of daily self-improvement. It's like compound interest for your personal growth. But what does it mean to work on yourself? It can take many forms. Maybe it's reading for 30 minutes each day to expand your knowledge. Perhaps it's practicing a skill you want to master. It could be meditating to improve your mental clarity or exercising to boost your physical health. The key is to choose activities that align with your goals and values. What matters to you? What kind of person do you want to become? Once you have a clear vision of your ideal self, you can start taking daily steps towards becoming that person. Remember, success isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create through your daily habits and choices. Every day, you're either moving towards your goals or away from them. There's no standing still in life. You're either growing or you're declining. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm too busy. I don't have time to work on myself every day. But here's the truth. You can't afford not to. The time you invest in yourself pays dividends far greater than any other investment you could make. Think about it this way. If you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. If you don't make time for your personal growth, you'll be forced to make time for your personal decline. It's a simple choice, really. And here's the beautiful thing. When you start working on yourself every day, you'll find that you actually have more time, not less. Why? Because you become more efficient. You become more focused. You learn to prioritize what truly matters and let go of the trivial. But let's be honest. It's not always easy. There will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when you'd rather stay in bed or watch TV or do anything but work on yourself. And that's okay. We're human after all. The key is to push through those moments of resistance. Remember, motivation is fleeting, but discipline is reliable. You won't always feel motivated to work on yourself, but if you build the discipline to do it anyway, you'll be unstoppable. So how do you build that discipline? Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one area of your life you want to improve and focus on that. Maybe you want to read more. Don't set a goal to read a book a day. Start with 10 pages. Make it so easy that you can't say no. Once you've mastered that small habit, you can gradually increase it. 10 pages becomes a chapter. A chapter becomes a book. Before you know it, you're reading 50 books a year, expanding your mind in ways you never thought possible. The same principle applies to any area of self-improvement. Want to get in shape? Start with 5 push-ups a day. Want to learn a new language? Start with 1 new word a day. The key is consistency. Small actions repeated daily lead to big results. Now let's talk about mindset. Working on yourself every day isn't just about actions. It's also about how you think. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you plant and nurture will grow and bear fruit. So be mindful of what you're planting. Are you planting seeds of doubt and fear, or are you planting seeds of confidence and possibility? Are you focusing on what could go wrong or what could go right? Are you dwelling on your past mistakes or learning from them and moving forward? Every day, make a conscious effort to nurture positive, empowering thoughts. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Question your assumptions. Open your mind to new possibilities. This is all part of working on yourself. And here's something crucial to remember. Working on yourself isn't selfish. In fact, it's one of the most selfless things you can do. Why? Because when you improve yourself, you become better equipped to serve others. You have more to give. You become an inspiration to those around you. Think about the people you admire most. The ones who made a real difference in the world. They didn't get there by accident. They got there through consistent self-improvement, they worked on themselves every day, and as a result, they were able to work wonders in the world. You have that same potential within you. You have the power to make a profound impact on the world around you. But it starts with working on yourself. It starts with making the commitment to grow, to learn, to improve every single day. Now let's talk about failure, because if you're working on yourself every day, you're going to fail. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have days where you fall short of your goals. And that's not just okay, it's necessary. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never give up. So when you have a day where you don't meet your self-improvement goals, don't beat yourself up. Don't use it as an excuse to quit. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better tomorrow? Then dust yourself off and get back to work. Remember, perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. As long as you're moving forward, even if it's just by tiny steps, you're on the right track. Consistency beats intensity every time. Now let's talk about the power of learning. In today's world, knowledge truly is power, and thanks to technology, we have access to more knowledge than ever before in human history. There's no excuse for not learning something new every day. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, take online courses, engage in meaningful conversations. Every bit of knowledge you gain is another tool in your toolkit. It's another lens through which you can view the world. And don't just consume information passively. Engage with it actively. Ask questions. Challenge assumptions. Apply what you learn to your own life. That's how you turn information into wisdom. But knowledge isn't just about facts and figures. It's also about understanding yourself. Take time each day to reflect. Keep a journal. Meditate. Pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions. And the better you understand yourself, the better you can guide your own growth. Now let's talk about the importance of physical health. Your body and your mind are intimately connected. If you want to perform at your best mentally and emotionally, you need to take care of yourself physically. This doesn't mean you need to become a fitness fanatic or a health food zealot. But it does mean making conscious choices every day to support your health. Eat nutritious foods. Get enough sleep. Move your body. These aren't just good for your physical health. They're essential for your mental and emotional well-being too. Remember, your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. Take care of it and it will take care of you. Neglect it, and you're limiting your potential in every area of life. Now let's address a common misconception. Some people think that working on yourself every day means you're never satisfied, that you're always striving for something more. But that's not true at all. In fact, one of the most important aspects of personal growth is learning to appreciate where you are right now. Gratitude is a powerful force. Take time each day to acknowledge how far you've come. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Be thankful for the opportunities you have to grow and improve. This isn't about complacency. It's about recognizing your own worth while still aspiring to be better. Remember, you're not working on yourself because you're not good enough. You're working on yourself because you're worth the effort. You're investing in yourself because you deserve to live your best life. Now let's talk about relationships. Working on yourself doesn't mean isolating yourself. In fact, our relationships play a crucial role in our personal growth. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on who we become. So part of working on yourself every day is being mindful of your relationships. Are you surrounding yourself with people who support your growth, people who challenge you to be better? If not, it might be time to reevaluate some of your relationships. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life callously, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend your time with and how you spend it. And remember, the best way to attract positive relationships into your life is to be the kind of person you'd want to be friends with. Work on being kind, compassionate, and supportive. Work on being a good listener. This is work on being someone who adds value to others' lives. Now let's talk about purpose. Working on yourself every day becomes much easier when you have a clear sense of purpose. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, you'll find the motivation to keep going even when things get tough. So why is your why? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? These aren't easy questions to answer, but wrestling with them is part of the process of personal growth. And here's the thing, your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as being the best parent you can be, or making people smile, or creating beautiful things. What matters is that it resonates with you, that it gives your life meaning and direction. Once you have a sense of purpose, align your daily actions with it. Let it guide your choices. Let it inform what you choose to work on each day. When your daily actions are in harmony with your larger purpose, you'll find a sense of fulfillment that's truly transformative. Now let's address another common obstacle: fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change. These can all hold us back from working on ourselves. But here's the truth: fear is just a feeling. It's not a fact. It's not a command. It's just information. What is this fear trying to tell me? Is it warning me of a genuine danger? Or is it just trying to keep me in my comfort zone? Once you understand the source of your fear, you can make a conscious choice about how to respond to it. You remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So feel the fear, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, and then take action anyway. That's how you grow. Now let's talk about balance. Working on yourself every day doesn't mean pushing yourself to exhaustion. It doesn't mean neglecting other important aspects of your life. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm of growth and rest. Think of it like breathing. You inhale, taking in new knowledge, new experiences, new challenges. Then you exhale, reflecting, integrating, resting. Both are equally important. Without the exhale, you'd burst. Without the inhale, you'd suffocate. Find your rhythm of growth and rest. And remember, rest isn't just about physical relaxation. It's also about mental and emotional renewal. Take time to do things you enjoy, things that recharge your batteries. This isn't wasted time. It's an essential part of the growth process. Now let's talk about the power of habits. Your life is essentially the sum of your habits. What you do consistently shapes who you become. So a big part of working on yourself every day is building positive habits and breaking negative ones. Start by identifying the habits that are holding you back. Maybe it's procrastination, or negative self-talk, or mindless scrolling on social media. Once you've identified these habits, work on replacing them with positive ones. Remember, you can't just break a habit. You need to replace it with something else. If you're trying to break the habit of reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, replace it with a habit of reading or meditating. If you're trying to break the habit of negative self-talk, replace it with positive affirmations. Building new habits takes time and persistence. Be patient with yourself, celebrate small victories. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Now, let's talk about the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. If you want to grow, you need to challenge yourself. You need to do things that scare you a little, things that push you to your limits. This doesn't mean you need to do something extreme every day. But it does mean regularly putting yourself in situations where you can learn and grow. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you'd usually stay quiet. Maybe it's trying a new hobby. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, make a point of doing something every day that stretches you just a bit beyond your current capabilities. That's where growth happens. And here's something important to remember. Growth isn't always comfortable. In fact, it's often uncomfortable. But that discomfort is a sign that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're expanding your capabilities. To embrace that discomfort, it's the feeling of you becoming a better version of yourself. Now let's talk about the power of visualization. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. And one of the best ways to work on yourself every day is to use your imagination to your advantage. Take time each day to visualize your goals. See yourself achieving them. Feel the emotions you'll feel when you succeed. This isn't just daydreaming, it's mental rehearsal, it's programming your mind for success. Athletes use this technique all the time. They visualize the perfect shot, the perfect race, the perfect game, and it works. Studies have shown that mental practice can be almost as effective as physical practice. So use your mind to your advantage. Visualize the person you want to become, and you'll find yourself naturally taking actions to become that person. Let's address another common challenge: comparing yourself to others. In today's world of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly comparing ourselves to others. But remember this: the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's challenges are different. What matters is that you are making progress on your own path. So instead of looking at others and feeling inadequate, look at how far you've come. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small it might seem. And remember, what you see of others is often just the highlight reel. You don't see their struggles, their doubts, their setbacks, so don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Focus on your own journey. Now let's talk about the importance of taking action. Knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. You can read all the self-help books in the world, attend all the seminars, watch all the motivational videos, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. So make a commitment to yourself right now. Commit to taking at least one action every day towards your goals. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, it's better if it's small and manageable. But make sure it's something concrete, something that moves you forward. Remember, it's not about making huge leaps. It's about taking small steps consistently. Those small steps over time will carry you further than you ever thought possible. Now let's talk about the power of reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you've learned, what you've accomplished, and where you can improve. This simple practice can dramatically accelerate your growth. Ask yourself, what went well today? What could I have done better? What did I learn? How can I apply that learning tomorrow? This reflection helps you consolidate your experiences and extract valuable lessons from them. And don't just focus on your successes. Your failures and setbacks often contain the most valuable lessons. So reflect on those too, not with judgment or regret, but with curiosity and a desire to learn and improve. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. Working on yourself every day is a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching a destination. It's about enjoying the process of growth, and there will be ups and downs. There will be days when you feel on top of the world and days when you feel like you're not making any progress at all. But remember, as long as you're making the effort to improve, you're moving in the right direction.